Australian mother of three, Caroline Hartz became very popular after she published her beach photos at the age of 70. The woman struck the internet with her appearance and positivity. At this time, she is 77 years old. She continues to take care of herself and is a real example of how amazing an older woman can look. She proves by her example that age does not matter. In her interviews, she revealed several secrets that allow her to remain so energetic, young, and sexy, even at the age of 77. Watch this video to the end, and we will tell you about all these secrets of hers. It will be very useful and interesting. Friends, before we start, we recommend subscribing to our channel where you will find even more useful videos about health, youth, and longevity. And also turn on the bell so as not to miss new useful releases. So, let's go. When Caroline Hartz was 41 years old, she was diagnosed with prediabetes. The reason was the sweets that she ate in incredible quantities. The diagnosis served as an impetus for changes and a different lifestyle. She changed her diet and started doing fitness, basketball, tennis, and her blood sugar returned to normal and has not risen since. A typical Caroline day looks something like this. She wakes up early and immediately drinks a couple of glasses of water. Then he takes a walk in the fresh air, exercises, and meditates. This helps her to focus and plan all her daily tasks well. Then she has breakfast and starts her daily routine. In the evening, when the heat subsides, she likes to play tennis, swim, and walk a lot along the ocean. All this helps her get rid of stress and keep herself in great shape. Caroline believes that one of her main secrets is proper digestion, as many processes in our body depend on it. In an interview, Caroline shared the secret of how to have perfect digestion. So, first, take your time and don't eat under stress. When you eat under stress or on the run, our sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, turns on to cope with stress. The fight or flight reaction activates the muscles to save your life, and this significantly impedes proper digestion. However, when you relax while eating, the parasympathetic nervous system is activated, also called the rest and digestion system. It promotes proper digestion, and such food is beneficial. Second, rest on your left side after eating. Of course, after eating, it is better to take a walk in the fresh air if possible. This helps our digestive processes, especially before going to bed. But when this is not possible, or you just want to lie down and rest a little after eating, then lie down or lean on your left side. This allows your stomach to hold food a little and then move and empty in a more relaxed way. If you were lying on your right side, gravity would cause food to move prematurely from the stomach, allowing undigested food to enter the small intestine. Studies show that when infants are fed and allowed to rest on their left side, their digestion improves. To avoid questions, let's clarify something. Residents of the hot Australian city of Perth, where Caroline lives, really practice siesta. That is, they relax after lunch and do not refuse to take a nap. Friends, before we continue, we would like to recommend that you also watch our other videos with amazing people who defied old age. You will find a link to the playlist with these videos by clicking on the hint in the upper right corner or in the first pinned comment under this video. So, let's move on. The next tip is number 3, give up fast carbs and especially sugar. In her youth, Caroline was a sugar addict. This is how she confesses about her past. In an interview, she recalls that in those days, her breakfast could consist of cheesecake and a pack of chocolate chip cookies. She never had one bar of chocolate in her purse. There were always several of them, and she ate them all during the day. And if it came to the cake, she could eat it whole. And all this almost destroyed her. When Caroline changed her lifestyle and replaced harmful sweets with healthy ones, all her health problems left her. By the way, she is not an opponent of sweets and loves them very much, but not sugar. At the age of 55, Caroline Hartz founded Sweet Life Australia and has been producing sugar-free xylitol-based desserts with almond or coconut chips instead of flour for more than 20 years. In addition, she released the book Baking Without Sugar, opened an online store, and began to produce programs about cooking healthy food. When asked what she considers important in nutrition after the age of 70, Carolyn replied that her daily diet contains fresh fruits and vegetables, dairy, and protein products. She tries to consume protein at every meal as it allows her to feel full and helps to stabilize blood sugar levels. It is also worth noting that protein absorption decreases with age, and if you want to have elastic skin, proper muscle mass, and a minimum of fat, then you need to get enough proteins. In order for your pancreas to work in a comfortable mode, you do not need to eat foods with a high glycemic index. Also, try to eat more whole, unprocessed foods, and especially greens. Carolyn also recommends keeping an eye on portion sizes. Modern man eats much more than he needs. You can safely reduce the amount of food on your plate and only benefit from it. Caroline says that it was only at the age of 60 that she began practicing regular meditation, yoga, and Pilates. This proves once again that it's never too late to start doing something new, even despite your age. At the age of 70, she received a Harvard University certificate in business management. Caroline believes that keeping the mind active is also the secret to good health. The Australian woman does not consider herself a pensioner. She is full of strength, energy, and positivity. Currently, at 77, Caroline Hartz does not look like a typical retiree. She is not only devoted to her company, but has also become an important influencer of a healthy lifestyle around the world. She shares her experiences and recipes on social networks, and also runs a blog where she gives tips on nutrition and a healthy lifestyle. Friends, what do you think about this unusual woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then you can share the link with your friends and click on the like button. You will find even more similar videos on the topic of health, youth, and longevity in the first pinned comment under this video.